Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan. We're into Week 4 NFL action, and this is going to be a fun game to watch. We've got Carolina Panthers going to visit the Houston Texans. Elephant in the room, Cam Newton hurt, whatever reason he's on the bench. Kyle Allen stepping in. Did anybody see this offense getting better when something like that happens? I didn't. Let's see if it can stay consistent. All right, let's see. This team is really built well. Okay, they've got a good line. They've got a very good defense. They've got a great running back. And they've got quality reception targets, especially Olsen. I mean, that dude's a beast. So all they needed was their quarterback to put those things together. Cam was able to do that a few years ago in his MVP year. He hasn't done it since. There's got to be something wrong. Okay? I really think the guy's more injured than anybody has been told. I don't see the same kind of performances out of him. He can't run the ball anymore. All right? He can't lower the shoulder and just truck people like he was in his MVP season. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's entirely it. He doesn't have the running threat like he used to anymore, so defenses can play him straight up, and he can't overcome that. Maybe that's all it is. But, yeah, Kyle Allen stepping in made this offense look better. And that's all that matters. Okay? This team is going to be fun to watch this year with Kyle Allen. I think the conversation needs to be had in Carolina about what you're going to do with Cam. Because I don't think he's a viable guy to start and bring you to the playoffs anymore. I think something is wrong that most of us don't know, and I think we've seen the best that we're going to see out of Cam already. But the rest of the team is built really well, and they're super fun to watch. So going into this against the Texans... Yeah, Texans have things figured out. All right, Deshaun Watson is the dude. And he might turn into Cam 2.0 because eventually he's going to get hurt. And he's not built like Cam was, okay? Cam is. He's kind of wiry, kind of lanky. And that usually translates to injuries in the NFL. He is not thick like Cam is. So I expect Deshaun Watson to go down that road eventually. But not now. I mean, he's young. He's having a great time out there. Okay? Hopkins, Will Fuller, they're both healthy right now. They actually have a good running game now with what used to be the Cleveland running game with Duke Johnson and Carlos Hyde. Hyde has expectedly taken over in that backfield, much like he did in Cleveland. But yeah, they've got very good offensive firepower. And I think their defense is as good or better than Carolina's. They're really, really close. But offensively, you have to give the edge to Houston because we've only seen Kyle Allen for 1 week. And whereas he's got a better supporting cast in my mind simply because of Christian McCaffrey, I don't see him pulling one out against Deshaun Watson. I really don't. But I do think this game's going to be closer than you might think. And when you look at the spread, it seems Vegas does too. Vegas is only given 4 points. So, yeah. I think that's a good line, though. I don't think I would bet this game. Because it's not glaringly obvious one way or the other if somebody's going to beat the spread or not, and 4 points is an awkward number. If I had to, I'd say Houston probably beats it, but I don't really want to touch this one. Starting-wise, fantasy football, Hyde and Duke Johnson are going to be on the bench this game. I understand Carlos Hyde has taken over that backfield, blah, blah, blah. This is too good of a defense to put him out there because he's not the show, okay? Deshaun Watson to frickin' Hopkins, that's the show, okay? Put those guys out every single frickin' week. because duh. And Will Fuller too. Will Fuller, you need to put him in your lineup every week he's healthy. That guy is such a ridiculous deep threat. He's the prototype perfect deep threat. And any game he can go off for like 35 frickin' points because he gets a couple of bombs down the field. So definitely throw him in there. He's a feast or famine kind of guy, but when he's feasting, he is feasting. Okay, so wide receiver 3 every single week he's healthy. But yeah, Hopkins, wide receiver 1, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. And when Deshaun Watson's out there, definitely QB1 because he can go off for 40, 50 points every single week. On the Carolina side, start looking at Kyle Allen. Okay, seriously start looking at Kyle Allen in 2 quarterback leagues because he put up some points last week. And if they keep him multiple weeks, he's only going to get better, and he's got really good support, like Christian McCaffrey and Greg Olsen. McCaffrey and Olsen are every week starters, so don't even think about that. But the receiving core might get better fantasy-wise as Kyle Allen is there. Keep an eye on it. I mean, they don't have Funches anymore. I get it, but they got DJ Moore, and he did pretty well last week. So Moore is a wide receiver 3 right now. He might get upgraded in the coming weeks, depending on how we see Kyle Allen do in games like this, where he's got good competition, and the team's got film on him from the previous week to study. So, that's what I got for this game. It's not really going to be a world beater of a game. I think it's going to work out the way people expect it to. But with Kyle Allen, the Panthers are still going to be fun to watch. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, guys. And check out the rest of the videos for the rest of the fantasy advice I got.